Hello friends! Today, your admin has brought another Korean drama series to recap for you. This drama is titled Café Minamdang. It has 18 episodes. This male protagonist character is similar to the one in He is Psychometric. Except in this story, the male protagonist has become a shaman. He has even opened a secret establishment inside a coffee shop. As for his team, they are all former police officers. While the work he is doing seems like he's scamming people, the main character uses the money he earns to help victims. His business is running very smoothly. Then, a female character who is a police officer appears. The two opposing sides want to get rid of each other because they each have their own secrets. Furthermore, this series is mixed with some interesting and funny moments. At the beginning of the first episode, we see the handsome young man himself, whose name is Hye-Jin. Today, he has to go to the RK Group company to help a female CEO select employees. Hye-Jin is incredibly skilled at analyzing people. When he sees a man walk in for a job interview, although the man speaks smoothly, Hye-Jin speaks through a communication system from another room. He tells the female CEO that the point between the man's eyebrows looks good, but there's one thing that bothers him a little. He tells the CEO to talk to the man about resolving an issue from 10 years ago before he can come back for another interview. This is because that man had blamed another person, making them take the fall for him. So, the CEO asks, 10 years ago, did you do anything unjust to an employee? The man suddenly starts stuttering, and just like that, he's failed. Next up for the interview is a woman. Hye-Jin sees that she is very capable, but she is an impulsive person who acts without thinking. He tells the CEO to ask the woman to show what's in her pockets. When she takes them out, they are all products from RK Group, stealing this much on the day of the interview. And so, another one fails. The next person to be interviewed is a man with glasses who speaks so impressively, it's clear he'll just scam the company out of its money in the future. So, the female CEO fails him immediately. As for the next one, his speech is clumsy and he speaks entirely in French. Hye-Jin has the CEO ask for the interviewee's father's name. The interviewee answers truthfully, and it turns out his father is on the interview committee. So, he doesn't need any employees to work with him. Now we come to the next candidate, who is a foreigner this time. Looking at his eyes, Hye-Jin feels a bit scared. His eyes are bright and incredibly sharp. Hye-Jin doesn't want to watch from a distance anymore, so he asks to go in and see him in person. As soon as he enters, he is harshly scolded by a man for daring to interrupt. This man is the president here. Let's call him Mr. Ko. The female CEO asks Mr. Ko to respect her guest. It was very difficult for her to invite Hye-Jin to come here. As for Hye-Jin, he looks at the candidate's face and starts using his methods, just like a magician. The CEO just keeps bowing her head in respect. She believes in the shaman 100%. After a moment, Hye-Jin says that the problem isn't the candidate, but Mr. Ko himself. Hye-Jin tells the CEO to remove Mr. Ko from his position as president because Mr. Ko sexually assaulted a female employee. He promised her a promotion, abused her at work, and followed her home. When she refused him, he bullied her to the point where the female employee couldn't take it anymore and committed suicide. The female CEO doesn't hesitate and immediately fires Mr. Ko. Next, the story shows us that Hye-Jin's team consists of 3 other people, and the 4 of them work together very well. They opened a coffee shop as a front, which is named Café Minamdang. Look at the barista, he's so handsome. That must be why the place is always full of customers. The barista's name is Sucheol. Turning to the server, he's not bad either. This server's name is Nadan. As for the final member, she is Hye-Jin's biological younger sister. She specializes in hacking, and her name is Hye-Jin. The admin doesn't need to describe the big boss, Hye-Jin. You all know him already. Hye-Jin has a lot of supportive fans. He's a great fortune teller, and he's handsome, looking nothing like a shaman at all. This coffee shop is a hit because of its good-looking staff. In short, they are great at attracting customers. After a little while, we see a VIP customer arrive. That person isn't the big-bodied man. The guest is the smaller man behind him. The big man is just a bodyguard and a secretary. Soo-cheol then leads the VIP guest through a secret passage to meet the shaman, Hye-Jin. The building is arranged very well. Let's call this VIP guest Mr. 1. As soon as Mr. 1 arrives, Hye-Jin knows immediately and says, "You had an affair, and now your mistress has stolen all your money and run away. It serves you right. You deserve this for betraying your wife." Mr. 1 hadn't even said a word yet. When he realized how accurate it was, he asked, "Master, how do you know so clearly?" How could he not know? 3 days ago, Hye-Jin had already hacked and found out all about Mr. 1's history. Basically, any guest who wants a reading with Hye-Jin has to book in advance. The reason for pre-booking is so that Hye-Jin's team can check their background beforehand. That's why his predictions are always correct. Regarding Mr. 1's case, at first, the two siblings only knew that Mr. 1 was having an affair. After checking his mistress's Instagram, Hye-Jin noticed one of her outfits that wasn't Mr. 1's style. So why would Mr. 1's mistress wear something like that? After checking back and forth, they found that on the day she wore that outfit, she was meeting another man. That was enough to understand. She was dressing to please her other man. After that, Soo-cheol was the one who went to investigate Mr. 1's mistress, and he saw her with the other man. That's how it was. Hye-Jin isn't a natural-born shaman. His accuracy comes from all this research. Back in the present, Mr. 1 asks Hye-Jin to help him. Hye-Jin says, "If I help a man who betrayed his wife, the gods will surely punish me." However, Mr. 1 begs again and again. He even says that the money his mistress stole was meant for investment in his company. Without that money, his company will go bankrupt. Hearing this, Hye-Jin agrees to help. He says he will write a talisman for him and tells Mr. 1 to follow his instructions. Mr. 1 just does as he's told, looking quite peculiar. As for the talisman, Hye-Jin just writes and writes. Finally, he warns him that if Mr. 1 ever dares to betray his wife again, he will surely die on the streets. Therefore, Mr. 1 must be faithful to his wife until the day he dies. Mr. 1, listen carefully, do you hear me? Finally, Hye-Jin tells Mr. 1 to go to the parking lot at the north gate. Mr. 1 does as he's told, even bringing 2 police officers with him. As for the police, as soon as they found out they were there because of a shaman's advice, they were all extremely skeptical. They didn't think they would catch Mr. 1's mistress there. But how could they not? She appeared right on cue. Only then did the police believe it. They managed to arrest Mr. 1's mistress and the other man. The story then cuts to the police station. Today, the 2 police officers received news that a new employee would be joining them. At that time, this policeman, whose name is Jung Hyuk-jin, but the admin will call him Mr. Jang, was checking the daily horoscope. The horoscope predicted that he should avoid the east and the color black. But what do you know? The new employee walks in from the east, and to make it even more spot on, she's wearing black clothes. Everything came true at once. The new employee hadn't even properly introduced herself yet, and this police officer was already upset. Just then, they received a phone call. It was Hye-Jin, making a fake call to report that Mr. Ko, the president of RK Group, was currently trying to escape to China. She wanted the police to go and catch him in time. So, the 2 male police officers went by themselves, leaving the new girl behind. "Stay where you belong. You don't need to come with us." When the 2 policemen ran to chase after Mr. Ko, they were running until they were out of breath, but they still couldn't catch him. Not long after, something zipped past them. It was the new girl. She ran incredibly fast. Don't underestimate women. Just let her show what she can do. She chased Mr. Ko until she caught him. And don't think having help will do you any good. Even though she was just one woman, she could handle them all. In the blink of an eye, Mr. Ko's henchmen were all defeated. In the end, she was able to catch Mr. Ko. More importantly, she dared to handcuff Mr. Ko. But the two men came and took all the credit. Hye-Jun's team saw everything, thanks to Hye-Jun's hacking skills. It seems like Han-Jun has fallen for the new girl. The two siblings are all grown up, but they still fight like children. The story cuts to when Han-Jun meets one of his clients. We find out that the reason Han-Jun went to catch Mr. Ko was because his client is the younger sister of the victim, who Mr. Ko had abused, leading her to take her own life. Now, Han-Jun has helped get justice for her. Not only that, but he also encouraged the victim's sister. In the end, he didn't forget to tell her, "Don't forget to pay me." Now let's go back to the police side. When they arrived at the police station, they saw another new employee. There were two new employees. It was only then that they found out this woman was their new team leader. Her name is Jae-Hyun. She's not a new employee at all. Before, the police there looked down on her because she looked so young. Moreover, when they heard their team leader's name was Jae-Hyun, everyone got goosebumps because the name Jae-Hyun belongs to a famous ghost detective. She became known as Jae-Hyun because one day, when she heard that her team had been captured by a drug trafficking group, she drove alone to rescue them. The bad guys were all men, but Jae-Hyun was able to defeat them. She used her lightning-fast kicks and flew through the air impressively. Since then, Jae-Hyun has been known as the ghost detective. In the present, those who work with her are beyond terrified. Mr. Yang went to report to his chief. He asked why his boss had assigned Jae-Hyun to work with him, and more importantly, made her the team leader. Mr. Jang's chief told him that he didn't just assign roles randomly. He had a plan. Her superiors were not pleased with Jae-Hyun because she worked too honestly and was too just, making it impossible for them to be corrupt. So, they wanted to get rid of Jae-Hyun, but they couldn't fire her. Therefore, he wanted Mr. Jang to use his skills to find a way to get rid of Jae-Hyun. It seems like Mr. Jang is a bad guy. The story cuts tonight at Café Minamdang. Han-Jun is taking out the trash when he hears a woman talking to herself, saying, "Oh my, why is it so dark around here?" As soon as he heard that, he pressed a switch to turn on the lights. Look at this guy, so understanding and a hidden gentleman. The woman who was talking to herself earlier is Jae-Hyun. When she saw the lights turn on, she was happy because it made it easier for her to walk. Currently, Jae-Hyun lives alone. Her goal in becoming an investigative detective is to catch the killer who murdered her older brother. She also wants to find the police officer who helped her brother's killer escape by falsifying evidence. If we look at the blurry picture of that police officer, he looks like Han-Jun. Do you all think so too? Now let's go back to Han-Jun's house. We see Hye-Jin and Soo-Chul arguing. That night, a VIP guest contacted Han-Jun late at night. It was the female CEO from RK Group. The CEO said, "Master, you told me to contact you if my husband showed any strange behavior. Now, he started acting strange. He seems to be thinking about something, looking very tense. He also came home with his clothes stained with blood. Now his secretary has gone to meet him. I suspect my husband has done something wrong." Hearing this, Han-Jun replied, "It's all right, let me ask the spirits first. I will come to you later. You must keep a close eye on your husband. Don't let him out of your sight." In reality, Han-Jun didn't go to ask any spirits. He spent his time investigating. Luckily, Hye-Jin had already hacked into the car's dash cam, as well as the security cameras at the CEO's house. They all gathered to watch immediately. This man is the CEO's current husband. He is the vice president at RK Group. We can call him Mr. Shin. The story shows us Mr. Shin's actions. He and his mistress were drunk, and then they drove. Carelessly, Mr. Shin hit a person on a motorcycle. Afterward, Mr. Shin got out to check on the victim, even prodding him with his foot. to see if the victim was dead or alive. The victim was probably dead. He and his mistress then carried the victim and put him in the trunk of the car. As for Han-Jun's team, when they watched through the car's camera, they saw the entire incident. Han-Jun has very sharp eyes and noticed the location and everything. He then memorized it. Afterward, both Soo-chol and Nam Hye-Jin were furious with Mr. Shin. They wanted to arrest him right away, but Han-Jun thinks long-term. He said he wanted to follow the CEO's wishes. They called and told the CEO that her husband had killed someone again. If she didn't manage the situation in time, it would cause a lot of trouble for her. The female CEO asked what she should do next. Han-Jun told her to let him handle it. The female CEO did as she was told. Later, we see Han-Jun's team driving to the crime scene. They continue to follow the last location shown on the video from Mr. Shin's dashcam. The video ended on that road. Han-Jun analyzed the situation, thinking that a person like Mr. Shin doesn't think things through. So, he would want to dispose of the body quickly. He would choose a place that is not too far and is safe. Where could that place be? While Han-Jun was standing there thinking, he saw a group of people riding bicycles past. So, Nam Hye-Jin recalled a picture that Mr. Shin had posted before. In one picture, Mr. Shin was riding a bicycle. So, Nam Hye-Jin brought out a map to check. She wanted to see which road Mr. Shin would take by bike. Looking around, she found a park. Not many people go there, and there are no security cameras. So, it must be there. Now, they had to find the victim's body first. Mr. Shin's secretary also drove to the location immediately. When they arrived, they split up to search for the body, but no one could find it. Soo-chol said, "It's okay. No matter how good someone is, they can still make mistakes. Don't feel ashamed. It's just the first time you've made a mistake." But Han-Jun was very sure that it was in this place. At that moment, they heard a strange sound. The sound was a bit like a ghost, a bit like a zombie, and everyone was already scared. They found another path that they hadn't checked yet. They went in to look together. Due to her fearlessness, Hye-Jin could have gone alone. In this story, the female characters are all brave. They suddenly saw what looked like a real zombie. Each of them ran back into the car as fast as they could. They were praying to all the gods to help them. They were so scared. They were terrified, thinking it was a ghost, but it was the victim that Mr. Shin had hit with his car. Just as Han-Jun suspected, Mr. Shin did dump the body there. At this moment, the victim was still breathing. They worked together to save him by calling an ambulance and the police. The ambulance and police car arrived at the scene. The sky also began to brighten little by little. At that moment, Mr. Shin's secretary came to look for the body. When he arrived, he was one step behind the police. They then called to inform Mr. Shin. When Mr. Shin found out, he was furious. He said they couldn't even do a simple job like this. As for Jae-Hui, when she arrived at the initial crime scene, she wanted to meet the person who reported it to the police because she heard his name was Han-Jun. That person really was Han-Jun. Jae-Hui stared at him stunned. The story then flashes back to show us a little bit of their past. When they were young, Jae-Hui trained with Han-Jun, and she always dreamed of becoming a police officer when she grew up. So, Han-Jun would tease her, calling her Little Policewoman. In the present, we also learn that the police officer Jae-Hui wants to find the one with the blurry face is indeed Han-Jun. As for Han-Jun, he only knows Jae-Hui as a skilled fighter. He has a secret crush on her. When he saw Jae-Hui walking towards him, Han-Jun introduced himself as a shaman. Soo-chol also helped to boast, saying, "He's very famous, you know. He's the resident shaman of the Jung area." Not only did he praise him, but he also gave her a name card. A shaman with a name card. As for Jae-Hui, she had a puzzled look on her face. The story then cuts to when Jae-Hui arrives back at the police station. All the team members were discussing the hit and run case that Han-Jun had reported that morning. The story then cuts to nightfall. we see someone spying in front of Café Minamdang while Nadan is taking out the trash. When he came back to throw out another bag of trash, the trash from the first bin was gone. He thought it must be a crazy person. He ran to tell Hye-Jin. He said, "The crazy person is back again." They all ran out to look and saw Jae-Hyun. She had taken the trash to examine it. She didn't believe that a spirit told Hye-Jin that the victim from that morning was hit by a car that then fled. How could he know so clearly? The victim was dead, or did someone tell him? If we look back at Hye-Jin, when he came out to look, he saw that his mailbox door was open. Who took the letters from the mailbox? No one knew who took the letters. The one who took them was Jae-Hyun. But when she looked, there was nothing unusual that could be a clue. At that moment, Nadan spotted Jae-Hyun. He shouted to let his team know immediately. They ran to chase Jae-Hyun. Jae-Hyun ran fast and climbed onto a scary roof. She made her hair fly all over the place, looking like a ghost. The people below saw her and got scared, running away. They even pushed Hye-Jin down, leaving him alone. As for Hye-Jin, he overcame his fear and shouted, "Are you a ghost or a human? Answer me now." That scene looked like a ghostbuster, trying to catch a ghost. Episode 1 ends here. Please follow for episode 2. Please ring the bell and subscribe to watch the next episode. Thank you.